Hiya guys, so welcome back to the YouTube. This is a 2-bedroom rewire that we're carrying out in Dunbar. At the Christmas time we had a call out. This is a client that we've done work for before and they had faults with their electrics and they wanted us to do a bit of an inspection, and we realised that the electrics just weren't up to code. There was some earths, so we've rewired the place. We'll take you inside, we'll show you about and take you through some of the steps on how we handle a rewire from first starting to the aftercare. Hi guys, welcome to the first video.
So we're on the second day of our rewire in Dunbar today. We're just raggling everything out, all the boxes, all the chases, getting all the clips put in ready for the cables. It's an occupied house, so we're trying to keep the mess down to as little as possible. So we're planning on raggling everything, get all the cables put in and try and get everything connected and then move fuse board on in one day, just to get everything powered back up for the customers. So we're on day 2 and at the moment we're chasing all these walls just to get our cables down because the customer doesn't want anything surface. Raggling all the boxes into the wall, all ready for cables to be put in. It's an occupied rewire, so we're trying to cover it with dust sheets. It's got new carpets, cover all the floors, do a room at a time and basically just tidy that room, go to the next room, raggle that out, basically get that ready. So we need to basically chase down these walls, put clips in, raggle out for the boxes, drill up into the attic because all the cables are coming for the attic. Rather than lifting floors, the customer didn't want to disturb the carpets, so rather than lifting floors we're running everything to above. So for those watching who don't understand much about a rewire, we basically channel the walls like this so cables can be sunk in, and we put cable clips in there to hold the cables in to be plastered. So we raggle directly above or sideways to a box. You can't go diagonally away from it because anyone putting any screws or anything into the wall could potentially hit the cable. We basically cut the wall out like that, put our ties in there to clip the cables, we drill up into the attic, and in this rewire everything's been run in the attic. We're not lifting any floors. It's all brand new carpets, so everything's protected to try and stop them getting damaged. They all go up these channels, same with the lights. They're all coming back down. The fuse boards in this cupboard here, so they're all coming down this channel in the wall, staying within zones. So you're on the corner of the wall there. And we're going to drill through, mount the fuse board on the back of the wall in here. Basically, this customer wanted a rewire because the wiring's quite old. There wasn't anything wrong with it, it's just fairly old. It's getting to the point where it won't pass on the ICR eventually, and they want to move loads of sockets and switches and lights and stuff like that. So it made more sense to rewire the house rather than altering old wiring. Basically rewire it now will avoid any electrical faults in the future because the customer's planning on doing the house up. The last thing they want to do is do their kitchen or their bathroom or something like that and then find faults in the house and end up having to rewire it then when everything's been done. So the basic stages of this rewire anyway is, firstly we went over the room with the customer, made sure they were where all positions were, they were happy with. Dust sheeted everything up, Cordexed all the floors, rolled, strolled everything. So then we do our chases, get all the dirty stuff out the way. We then come in, put all our cables in, get everything all clipped in, everything wired. We then do all the final connections, do the fuse board, get everything powered up and tested. After that we do a handover with the customer. We get the patches all filled in by a plasterer. Painter then comes in, paints everything, and we get an industrial clean at the end. And once again, we'll come in, go over everything with the customer, and just make sure they're happy.
So I'm just going to take off the first 2 tiles, just so we can get in. They're going to raggle down here, and then raggle across, and put some sockets along here, and one there as well. Just going to take these off, just make it easier for them. A couple over there as well. Just so we can run the cables over to the sockets. All the way across the kitchen for them. Easier than taking this off going down behind things. We're just going to raggle down this bit here so we can have socket down there as well, and going to raggle all the way down the bottom just so we can go and get some isolators in the cupboards for the supplies. And we're going to go across here as well just to have a couple sockets on the walls. I don't know if it's just going to split them, to be fair. A wee bit.
Well, that is all the fucking...
So as you just seen, you see me chiselling out behind this box. We're basically just chiselling the brick back to make these boxes flush for when the sockets go on. That way they're not sticking out at all. Some sockets actually come with a wee bit of play behind it, so you can stick it on if the box is sticking out and it'll still cover it, but if you go to change it anything, the decorative or stuff like that, then it just doesn't work and it's a nightmare. We come across it all the time as electricians. So we always stick our boxes in flush and up to regulation heights. And also clipped all the way up there. Basically that keeps the cables inside the raggle, so that when this gets plastered, there's no cables popping out or anything like that, which obviously makes it a nightmare. Can't get a nice finish if there's cables popping out, and it's no safe at all really. We drilled up through there into the attic. That's basically our route down. So when it comes to wiring it, we'll stick what we call a rod up into the attic. It'll go past the glass wool. The apprentice will then see it, run the cable along to us, drop one down, we'll then get that into the socket, pull another one up, go to the next socket. Once that's done, we then fold these clips over the cables, put our grommets, well our grommets will be in anyway, so we'll get our cable in through there with the grommets on the top of it, basically push all the clips back, and then that's that ready to fit out.
If you put that up that hole, see this, and you're going to show them where to go. You see that, Glenn? Alright, take that away. There you go. Alright, but I didn't want to stand on that high, there you go, that's it.
Have you seen the size of it up there?
Ah, it's massive.
Oh my god.
Got it.
Aye, that was the intent.
Aye. Right, that's it, mate. Just leave it there. You see that? Right, take that. You see it? Right, just keep that rod there. Pull it down to the switch. Pull it right down so it goes past the socket, right? Near enough to the flare. Right, Glenn, he's got to gear it up. Go on. Tell me when I can take it out. You depressed? That's it. That's underneath that. Right, go. Why? Oh mate, it's mental like.
Right, so in this room we're wiring a ring main for, there's only 2 bedrooms in the living room, so we're wiring this all in a ring main. So basically in this room, it's coming from the living room, comes down to this socket, feeds this socket, back up, goes along, feeds one of the sockets behind the bed, back up for there, along, feeds the other socket at that other side of the bed, back up, hits this socket and it goes from up here through into the next room. Lighting wise, we've got light switch at the front door here. There'll be a feed coming out of there into the switch for the cupboard. There'll be a switch wire up for that switch, up to a centre pendant. All these lights, it's a bit of an older house, so all the lights are a wee bit closer to the windows. We're going to centre the pendant and then we're going to also stick a batten light on the cupboard inside there. Need a pair eyes. We've just completed all dead testing, we're just ready to energise up the fuse board.
Boom! Oh, lights are on. There you go.
So this is the final stages of the rewire. We've got all the cables in, we're now getting the power on and doing the testing. So it's an Electrician RCBO board that we've put in here. We've also upgraded the water bonding and gas to 10mm. The kitchen is still in the process of getting done. We've added a new ring circuit for the kitchen and a 10mm for the range cooker. There's been a slight delay we had a painter who was just going to be doing the raggles, but the more that the plaster started breaking away, we've now got our plasterer coming on Monday, so we're a few days behind with that. And then we'll be getting we're getting a builder's clean organised after. This is the type of process that we like to do for rewires. Just rewires are so messy. The dust goes up, settles, and it comes back down again, and then it settles everywhere all over the furniture, so you're constantly sweeping up. Once the dust has settled a bit over the next few days, I like to get a cleaner in and just give it a good scrub up. I think it's good for the clients to come back to a clean house. So with this being a lived-in rewire, it's quite challenging. We obviously got the price accepted on this job. I came over, met the client the day before, I just went over best way to have the furniture positioned to obviously make the process go quicker. We came in on the Monday morning, we've covered all the furniture with dust sheets, put everything in the positions the best way that we possibly can. We've cleaned up every single night. With this being in a lived-in rewire, you're constantly raggling the walls, there's brick flying everywhere. So it's been cleaning up every single night so that this client comes home to a clean house. This rewire, it took us 5 days to do, with sometimes there was like 2 guys and an apprentice on this. Been a good job. So when we like to design our rewires with the client, the typical products that we use is click deco. This isn't really something that we look past. We just like to give our clients the best possible quality products that we can. So we install click deco sockets and switches, and the type of smoke alarms that we install is eco smoke alarms. We just believe this is the best product for your money. What we like so much about the click deco is they look good. The switches on the sockets, it's got a nice click to it as well. The sockets themselves, they just look really sleek, and yeah, it's just a really good product for fitting out purposes as well. The terminal screws are really good for tightening up the switches and sockets. You can actually change the switches to integrate the type of switches, so you're doing like a hall landing. You can change the back of them to add like an intermediate switch, so it's easy to take in and out. There's just not really a switch or socket which you can really compare to it. So what makes us do our rewires a lot quicker is the Metabo. This is the Metabo wall chaser. It's actually got a triple blade. When it grinds up the wall, cuts out the wall, and it also means that you've got a clear raggle straight up the wall. You don't need to chisel out anymore, and this probably saves us about 2 to 3 days per rewire by buying this. As you can see, she's been through the wars. I've had to put an extra socket on it, and she's lost her wheels, but she's still got plenty of life left in her. Right guys, thank you so much for watching the YouTube again. See you again next week. If you'd like to like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. Do you want me to come up?
Why don't you go up?
I'll get this as the thumbnail. Right.
No, look.
It doesn't fuck about it, it doesn't even ask your permission on
No,
that.
it doesn't. Where's the
Yeah, I did not
fucking
give
waiver?
consent to this.
Where's the waiver?
Aye.
What have you signed it for?
We just believe this is the best product for your money, and this product's just fuck it.
No, really not. Oh, dead set. No, start again.
Look, what you do? Are you up to look us? I'll spy you, mate. I've just started saying really inappropriate stuff on this camera.
So there's a few signs that your property needs a rewire. If you've got constantly fuses blowing or breakers tripping, if there's corrosion on cables, if the wiring is predated, they estimate you should get a house rewire between every 25 to 30 years. So if your property is older than that and there's no signs of being a rewire, if sockets and switches are becoming hot, flickering lights as well, that's also another sign of needing a rewire. So what we not typically recommend to clients if they approach us saying that they're looking for a rewire is we would do a electrical installation condition report. So what this basically is you'll go around the property, do a visual inspection of everything, sockets, switches, water and gas bonding. Is there enough smoke alarms, sockets in each room? The process that we'll typically go through is do the report, test the cables, see what our insulation resistance is coming back at, see if we're getting an R1, R2, which is a test of the earthing cables at the sockets and the lighting and the smoke alarms, and then that'll typically tell us what sort of condition the property's in. There's also a lot of cables, there's like VR cable, which is that's just a straight rewire right away. That cable's known to heat up and corrode and potentially cause fires as well. So if your house shows any signs of flickering lights, hot switches and sockets, breakers tripping as well, get in contact with us and we can do any ICR report to ensure your safety. And then if you potentially like a rewire, you can contact us on www.roxelectrical.co.uk or contact us on 07983 675 377.